Hey everyone! Welcome back to English Podcast Every Day. I'm your host, Jack, and I'm joined by the amazing Emma. Emma, I have a question for you, and be honest.
Oh boy. Hi, Jack. Hi, everyone. Okay, I'm ready. What's the question?
Can I learn English by tomorrow? Like, wake up and just, boom, speak like a native.
Well, Jack, unless you find a magic lamp and a genie, the answer is no. But you can learn much faster than you think.
That's exactly why we're here today. Guys, today's episode is the ultimate guide to learning English fast. We aren't talking about years of study. We're talking about smart, effective shortcuts.
Exactly. And listen, if you stay with us until the end of this video, you're going to get 3 huge things. A clear roadmap, no more guessing what to do next. The shortcut techniques. We will show you why your current study method might be slow and how to fix it. The 30-day challenge. At the end, we're giving you a specific plan to follow for 1 month to see real results.
Honestly, if I had this info when I started learning my second language, I would have saved so much time. We're going to break down the psychology, the habits, and the secret sauce that the top polyglots use.
So, don't go anywhere. Whether you're at the gym, driving, or cleaning your room, keep your ears open. By the end of this episode, your perspective on English is going to change completely.
No boring grammar books, no repeat after me nonsense, just real talk. Emma, are you ready to dive in?
Let's do it, Jack. Let's help our listeners speak English faster than a New York taxi driver.
All right, Emma, let's get into the real stuff. I see this all the time. A student wants to say something simple, like, I'm going to the store. But I can see their brain working like an old computer. They think in their native language, find the grammar rules, translate the words, and then they speak. It takes forever.
Exactly, Jack. That is the slow mode. If you translate in your head, you will never be fast. It's like trying to run a race with heavy boots on. You need to think in English.
But Emma, that sounds impossible for a beginner. How can an English student just start thinking in a new language? My brain doesn't have an English switch.
It's a habit, not a switch. Here is the first secret. Label your world.
Label my world? You mean like putting stickers on my fridge?
Actually, yes, but you can do it mentally. Look around your room right now. Don't look at that object and think, your mother language, then translate it to table. Look at it and immediately say table in your head. Do this for everything. Coffee, window, cloud, hungry.
Oh, I get it. You're building a direct connection between the object and the English word, cutting out the middleman, the native language.
Exactly. And here is the deeper part. Stop focusing on grammar rules during a conversation. When you're speaking, grammar is your enemy.
Wait. A teacher saying grammar is the enemy? That's controversial. I love it. Tell me more.
Look, grammar is for your study time, but when you are at a cafe or in a meeting, if you worry about is this present perfect or past simple, your brain freezes. This is called analysis paralysis.
Analysis paralysis. I love that phrase. It's like when you think so much that you can't move.
Precisely. To learn fast, you must give yourself permission to be wrong. If you say, I go to store yesterday, the other person understands you. The communication is successful. If you wait 30 seconds to say the perfect sentence, the conversation is dead.
That's a huge point.
So speed comes from flow, not perfection. But Emma, what about those people who say, I just don't have the talent for languages?
Jack, that is a myth. Language isn't a talent like playing the piano, it's a survival skill. Your brain is literally designed to learn languages. The problem isn't your brain, it's the fear of looking stupid.
Man, I feel that. I remember trying to order a croissant in Paris, and I was so scared of the pronunciation that I just pointed and grunted like a caveman.
We've all been there. But here's a tip for our listeners. Use fillers. Words like, well, to be honest, you know. These give your brain a few seconds to think in English without the awkward silence.
So instead of, I should say, well, actually, that makes me sound 10 times more fluent instantly.
Spot on. The mindset shift is this. English is a tool, not a school subject. Use it, break it, play with it. That's how you get fast.
Okay, Emma, I'm ready for the next secret. But you said something earlier that really confused me. You said, stop learning words. How can I speak a language if I don't learn words? Are we going to use sign language now?
No, Jack. Of course you need words, but the way you learn them is the problem. Most students have a notebook with a long list.
Guilty. That was me in high school. I had thousands of flashcards.
And that's why it's slow. Your brain has to work like a puzzle builder. You find the word interested, then you search for the preposition in, then you look for the verb playing. It's too much work. Fast learners use chunks.
Chunks? Like pieces of chocolate?
Exactly. Imagine a sentence is a Lego castle. Instead of building it with tiny single bricks, you use big pre-made walls. A chunk is a group of words that always stay together.
Give me an example. My brain needs a chunk of information right now.
Okay, don't learn the word decision. Instead, learn the chunk make a decision. Don't just learn depend. Learn it depends on.
Oh, so when I want to speak, I don't have to think about the grammar of on or make. I just grab the whole block and throw it into the sentence.
Exactly. It's like a copy-paste for your brain. When someone asks, "What are you doing this weekend?" you don't think about grammar. You just grab the chunk, "I'm planning to," and add your activity.
Wow, that actually makes so much sense. It's like learning a song. You don't learn every note, you learn the melody.
Perfect analogy, Jack. And here is the fast-track tip. Learn phrasal verbs as chunks. Don't try to understand why get and up means wake up. Just learn get up as one single action.
This explains why native speakers sound so fast. They aren't thinking of 10 words. They are just saying 3 chunks.
Precisely. If you learn 5 chunks a day, in 1 month you can have 150 ready-to-use expressions. That's enough to survive almost any conversation in New York or London.
I'm feeling faster already. So listeners, throw away those 1.000 word lists. Start looking for word partners. Emma, what do you call those? Collocations, right?
Yes, collocations. Words that are best friends and always hang out together. Like fast food, not quick food. Or do homework, not make homework.
This is a game changer. I'm going to go make a decision to learn more chunks. Wait, was that right?
Perfect use of a chunk, Jack. See? You're getting faster already.
All right, Emma, let's talk about something that bugs me. I have friends who watch Friends or The Office every single day in English. They have been doing it for years, but they still can't speak fluently. What gives? Is watching TV a lie?
It's not a lie, Jack, but most people are doing it wrong. They are being passive sponges. They sit on the couch, eat popcorn, and let the English wash over them. Their brain is in relax mode, not learning mode.
Guilt as charged. I mean, who wants to study while watching Netflix? That's supposed to be my chill time.
And that's fine for relaxing. But if you want to learn fast, you need active listening. This is the difference between looking at a map and actually driving the car.
Okay, Coach Emma, how do we drive the car with our ears?
First, use the 10-minute rule. Don't try to be active for a whole 2-hour movie. Pick just 10 minutes of a YouTube video or a podcast.
10 minutes. I can do that. What happens in those 10 minutes?
You use the shadowing technique. This is the holy grail of fast learning. You listen to a sentence, pause it, and repeat it exactly like the speaker. Not just the words, Jack. The emotion, the speed, and the melody.
Oh, so if the guy in the movie says, "Get out of here," in an angry voice, I have to stand in my living room and yell, "Get out of here," like a crazy person?
Exactly. Your mouth muscles need to learn the movement. It's like gym for your tongue. If you don't speak it out loud, your ears learn, but your mouth stays lazy.
Gym for your tongue. I like that. But what about subtitles? I feel like a failure when I turn them on.
Here is the secret strategy for subtitles. First time, watch with English subtitles to understand the story. Second time, watch the same 5 minutes without subtitles. Third time, use the shadowing we talked about.
Whoa. Watching the same thing 3 times? Isn't that boring?
It might feel repetitive, but that's how your brain moves words from your short-term memory to your long-term memory. Think about your favorite song. You didn't learn the lyrics by listening once. You listened 50 times.
Rue. I still know every word to Bohemian Rhapsody, and I never studied it.
Exactly. Also, Jack, tell the listeners about background immersion. Even when you aren't active, you should have English in your ears.
Oh, yeah. I started listening to English news while I brush my teeth and cook breakfast. I don't understand every word, but I'm getting used to the rhythm of the language. It doesn't feel like a foreign noise anymore.
That's the key. You are marinating your brain in English. But remember, listeners, passive listening builds comfort, but active listening, shadowing, builds speed. If you want to speak fast, you have to mimic fast speakers.
So the goal is to stop being a sponge and start being a parrot.
Exactly. A very smart English-speaking parrot.
Emma, it's time for the big one, speaking. This is where everyone gets terrified. People say, "Jack, I have no one to talk to. I don't live in London. I don't have a native friend." What do we tell these people?
I tell them, you have the best practice partner in the world right in your bathroom. The mirror.
Oh, trust me, I know. Guys, let me tell you a secret. Last week, I was in front of the mirror, pretending I was giving a speech at the Oscars in English. I was like, I want to thank my mom, my English teacher, and the academy. Suddenly, my roommate opened the door.
Oh no, what did he do?
He just stared at me. He thought I was losing my mind. But seriously, I was using so many chunks we talked about.
That's hilarious, Jack. But honestly, your roommate might think you're crazy, but your brain thinks you're a genius. This is called self-talk. It's the fastest way to bridge the gap between knowing and speaking.
So why is the shower or the mirror so good for this?
Because there is zero pressure. No one is judging your grammar. No one is laughing at your accent. In the shower, you can be the smartest, fastest English speaker in the world. You can describe your day. Okay, first I'm going to have a coffee, then I'll check my emails, and after that, I need to deal with my boss.
It's like a rehearsal for a play, right? You practice the lines before you go on stage.
Exactly. And here is a pro tip for our listeners. Narrate your life like a Netflix documentary.
Wait, I love that. Like, Jack is now walking to the kitchen. He is looking for the milk. Oh no, the milk is expired. This is a tragedy.
Exactly. It sounds funny, but you are teaching your brain to connect your actions directly to English words. You don't need a partner for that. You just need to be a bit crazy and talk to yourself all day.
I also do this thing called voice memos. I record myself talking about my plans for 1 minute on my phone. Then I listen to it. Emma, the first time I did it, I hated my voice. I sounded like a robot.
Everyone hates their voice at first, but that's how you notice your own mistakes. You hear yourself say, he go to work, and you think, wait, it should be he goes. You become your own teacher.
So, listeners, if you want to learn fast, you have to be your own best friend and your own teacher. Talk to the walls, talk to your cat, talk to your reflection.
And remember, your cat doesn't care about your past perfect mistakes. Just keep the flow.
Emma, we've talked about techniques, chunks, and talking to eggs, but let's be real. The biggest wall for most of us is fear. I know so many people who know all the grammar. Their vocabulary is huge, but when they see a foreigner, they just freeze.
Oh, the frozen brain syndrome. I know it well. It's not a language problem, Jack. It's an ego problem. We don't want to look stupid. We want to look like smart, capable adults.
Exactly. When I speak my native language, I'm funny, I'm clever, I'm the man. But in English, I feel like a 5-year-old child. It's frustrating.
But here is the secret to learning fast. You must embrace the 5-year-old version of yourself. If you aren't willing to sound a bit silly, you will never sound fluent.
Man, I learned this the hard way. Can I tell a quick story? A real facepalm moment?
Please. I love your embarrassing stories.
So, a few years ago, I was at a restaurant in London. I wanted to ask for a napkin because I spilled my drink. But for some reason, my brain got confused. I looked at the waiter, this very professional, serious guy, and I said, "Excuse me, sir, can I have a nappy?"
No, Jack, do you know what a nappy is in British English?
I do now. For our listeners, a nappy is a diaper. I literally asked a professional waiter for a baby diaper in a crowded restaurant.
What did he do?
He just looked at me, paused for a second, and said, "Sir, I think you mean a napkin, unless you're planning a surprise for the table." I wanted the floor to open up and swallow me. I was so red.
But look, you're still alive. You survived. And I bet you will never forget the word napkin for the rest of your life.
Never. That's the point, isn't it? That mistake taught me more than 10 pages of a textbook.
Precisely. In psychology, we call this high-stakes learning. When you make a mistake and feel a little embarrassed, your brain creates a very strong memory. It says, "Okay, don't do that again," and the correct word is locked in forever.
So if I don't make mistakes, I'm actually learning slower?
Yes,
If you are speaking perfectly, you are staying in your comfort zone. But the growth zone is outside, where it's a bit messy and awkward.
That's a great way to put it. So, listeners, if you say he go instead of he goes, who cares? If the other person understands you, you win. English is not an exam. It's a bridge between two people.
I always tell my students, done is better than perfect. If you speak and make 10 mistakes, but you finish the conversation, you are a hero. If you stay silent because you want to be perfect, you lose.
I love that. Done is better than perfect. I'm going to print that and put it on my wall. So, how do we build this courage?
Start small. Order a coffee in English. Ask a question on a forum. Make mistakes on purpose. Next time you talk to a native, say something wrong and see what happens. Spoiler alert, nothing happens. They just want to help you.
Most people are actually really nice about it. They know English is hard.
Exactly. The only person judging you is you. Stop being your own toughest critic and start being your own biggest fan.
Wow, Emma, I'm looking at my notes and my brain is already buzzing. We've covered thinking in English, the power of chunks, shadowing like a pro, talking to ourselves in the shower, and even, well, my nappy disaster.
It's been a wild ride, Jack. But listeners, none of this matters if you just turn off this video and go back to your old habits. Knowledge is just potential. Action is power.
You're right. We don't want our friends here to just watch another video. We want them to change their lives. So, Emma, what is the Fast Track Challenge for the next 30 days?
Okay, guys, here is your 30-day Fast English Challenge. If you do this, I promise you, in 1 month, you won't recognize yourself.
I'm ready. Listeners, grab a pen. Here it is.
The 10-minute shadowing. Every single morning, find one English clip. Listen and repeat out loud for 10 minutes. No excuses. 5 chunks a day. Stop learning single words. Find 5 word partners, chunks, and write them in a small notebook. Use them in a sentence while you brush your teeth. The no translation zone. Pick one a la gay, maybe during lunch or your commute, where your native language is forbidden. In your head, everything must be English. I am eating chicken. This chicken is good. I need water. Keep it simple. Record your nightly summary. Before you sleep, record a 1-minute voice memo on your phone. How was your day? What did you learn? Listen to it once, laugh at your mistakes, and go to sleep.
That's it? 30 minutes a day total?
That's it, Jack. Consistency is the secret sauce. Doing 30 minutes every day is 10 times better than studying for 5 hours once a week.
I love it. It's doable. It's practical. And honestly, it's kind of fun. Guys, think about where you could be in 30 days. Imagine walking into a room and feeling confident. Imagine watching a movie and actually getting the jokes without looking at the bottom of the screen.
And remember, don't be afraid to be the crazy person. Talk to your mirror. Talk to your cat. Talk to your eggs. The people who are too cool to look silly are the ones who never learn.
Exactly. Be weird, be loud, and make 1,000 mistakes. We are cheering for you.
You have the tools now. You have the roadmap. The only thing left to do is start.
This has been English Podcast Every Day. I'm Jack.
And I'm Emma.
Go out there, break some grammar rules, and we will see you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone. Keep practicing.